Hello, little stars of the interwebs. This, these here are AstarOth and Moria, the twin star marionettes. I'm gonna show you guys how some progress video slash maybe kind of a tutorial. First, I started off with this foam. First, I drew the stars, and then I cut this with an X-Acto knife. Once I had the stars, I used paper and then aluminum foil and then tape. So you know the paper you get with like the groceries, like coupons and stuff? I tend to kind of collect that and use that to fill things in before sculpting sometimes, and then go over it with aluminum foil. Oh, actually I lied. Sorry, I used trash bags. I feel like I did use paper, so I could have done both and just not gotten progress of it. I also use expanding foam clay. I know it looks kind of shitty when I first did it, but once it expands, it kind of softens a little. You could also use water to soften it when you're sculpting it a little bit. I let one side dry before doing the other side. That way it wouldn't get flat, because that's the thing with these clay sometimes. And here is just more progress of it. You see how like it expands? So like at first it looks all bumpy kind of. I have gotten a little better at smoothing this kind of clay out. Then for the eyelets, I added like this like air dry clay to hope that it'll be a little sturdier. We shall see. I don't know how much I trust it doing it that way. For the body, I kind of just drew how I wanted the body to look. I am gonna do fabric for the body. So this is it. I really want to practice different kinds of like styles for marionettes and try to do their bodies different ways and see which ones I like better, but also to experiment. For the joints, I did these little straps of like fabric, and then I kind of loop them when I'm sewing them. You'll see. You'll see. But have no idea. I had no idea what I was doing, to be honest. I just wing it, and things always look cool when I wing it, so I'm just like, okay. You could see I sewed the bottom part a little not too perfect, but it's okay. It turned out all the same size once I finished. This is the arm, and this is the second body. Woo! I actually like this fabric a lot, so I'm like, I should do something else with this. Anyways, here's how it looks all sewn together. And you see how much freedom the legs and the arms have with the little joint pieces I made out of fabric. Woo! And then I also stuffed it in. I think I stitched a little bit of it by hand. And then this is how it's coming along. This is for the shoes. I used foam, and I mean, I kind of destroyed this later on when I realized that it needs more weight. Anyways, here you could see that I used paper, and then I taped it around. Like, I would just get tape from like the dollar store, to be honest, because sometimes the shitty tape is like, it sticks pretty good to this, and like not great for painting walls because then it rips off the paint. After that, I used more expanding foam and then kind of let it dry. And then here's the face for these little guys. The teardrop is glue stick from the glue gun. The nose and the mouth is air dry clay. And for the eyes, I used expanding foam on a mold, like a arts and crafts mold. And I let the eyes kind of just dry before I glued them on here. And then this is progress of what it's looking. Next, I had these two small wood dowels, and this is what I end up using for the neck part, because I'm gonna use the hot glue gun on the bottom of one of the dowels and glue the fabric to it, and then try to stick the other one in the expanding foam clay, which was actually kind of really hard to do. It did not work with the glue gun. I ended up doing like some kind of epoxy on the head part and the dowel that goes in the head. Yes. So the hands have been glued, and I used a glue gun with this. And this is a little progress. We're back to the feet. which I'm like, okay, this is looking pretty cool. I made like a hole on the top of it, so then I could also use a glue gun and like shove some of the fabric in there. And so far, it's holding pretty good, but we'll see. If that doesn't work, I'll probably use some kind of epoxy to make sure it stays there forever. Um, yes, and this is the two bodies. I'm like, it's like alive almost, you know? Then here's the shoes glued on. Whee! Um, I do end up making, when I like string it on later, I drill a small hole through the shoe, so it doesn't just go like the string is not just through the knee, but the shoe also. That way it like moves better. And then I used like this construction paper to make kind of a pattern for their little clown suits. I got this fabric in downtown LA, which I'm really excited because I don't actually have anywhere near me to get fabric, so like I have to drive to downtown for that now that Joann's is closed. And this is how the head looked kind of. I felt like the necks were too long, to be honest, but then I'm like, I'm also gonna make them like little clown collars, so it's like, it's okay. I did hand stitch a lot of this, and I don't really like to hand stitch, so that was a little stressful. And here's some clown suits that are for me and my friend Cloudy, for Chrome and Cloudy to have matching clown suits to the marionettes. And then this is me painting the hands. I feel like I was doing something pretty cool and then I like kind of started all over again. Those are clean masks because I couldn't figure out how to not have the shoes and like everything touching while things were drying. Like I want the paint from the hands getting everywhere else, so they had to be all weirdly tied up. Um, Here's some progress of me painting their faces. I thought I was going somewhere with this, and I actually kept kind of hating it. And then I ended up using like an airbrush, my airbrush. I was like, I can't, I have to use the airbrush. I actually liked how it started to look. Compare the left to the right one. Like, hello. This is the handle. I used this holographic spray paint and then I sealed it and it looks pretty cool. I like how it's giving galaxy, okay? And here they are. Yay, more progress. Here's the eyeballs. Like, I used a black light and some nail polish things, and then like glitter. I also have like those little holographic things that go on like nail polish, so I used like a clear one on the top of their eyes. Alright, and I ended up adding like a little bit of glitter on the top just so like they both kind of match a little bit, and they're turning out super cute. I actually wasn't sure what I was making, I just noticed it'd be a star marionette. And this middle gem, I actually got those at an estate sale because they remind me of Power Rangers or something, but I was like, these are missing something, and once I added the gems I was like, this is perfect now. Hopefully it's not haunted. I don't think they feel haunted. And look at how cool the eyes, like it reflects on my hand from when the sun hits them. I can't wait to see like for us to perform with these guys because they're so cute, and I'm like, I'm mesmerized. Okay, I'm like, they turned out kind of cooler than I don't know what I thought I was making because I didn't know what I was making. We're back to the shoes. I realized that they could definitely have a lot more weight, so I used a soldering iron, or no, I forget, but that hot tool thing to carve into wood. I carved some of the foam out, and then I added these weights that are for fishing. So anywhere to get fishing stuff, that's where I got those weights. And it was a little process to like do that. I feel like I still have to have a day where I go over and fix the shoes a little more. They could be reinforced a little bit more because I did add the holographic on top. Here's me spraying the shoes with this holographic spray paint that I really love, and it's kind of hard to find but like I've used that on like a lot of things, even the floor here apparently. Anyways, I had work and too many projects in my backyard, so giving up on my yard not having paint on the floor. And here's how much the shoes sparkle. My garage floor is space sparkly too. Glitter. Anyways, here's more of them almost being finished. This is when I first strung up the heads officially. I'm like, they're coming to life. It's my little heart cannot take it. I kind of just stare at them when they're like almost done because I cannot believe it. This is them next to Chrome the Clown Marionette. I wish Cloudy the Clown was in this video. And here's me trying to figure out how I'm gonna be stringing the bottom with their shoe. And here they are, finished. Wow, super cute. I'm like, I feel like this video honestly doesn't do it justice. Like, it doesn't do them justice, to be honest. The bottom is like holographic. Their outfits are so cute. Their eyes are so shiny. And yeah, I don't know. But here's the progress slash kind of tutorial of how I made this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. We have a lot more videos that we want to make, and just like progress videos of things that we're working on. These guys are gonna have other friends, which y'all will see once they're finished. But look at how sad and adorable this little guy is. I'm gonna cry. Look at his little eyeballs and the little eyelashes. The eyelashes are just paper, so like I probably should have gone with something else, but I like that I could kind of roll them up and do the lashes a little bit different if I want. Yeah. So thanks for watching, people of the internet.